think if over 2 years there's anything you know about me, you should know what the fourth team will be.
Ah,
But this time,
there's a fan in you coming
but
out.
this time, again, I don't think I had them in my team top four last year. But this time, I think I have reason to, and for a reason, by the end of the auction, I had a smile on my face because Delhi did not do typical Delhi stuff and make a joke out of themselves. They left it for other teams, or maybe just one out there to do that yesterday. But I think at the auction, the only worry for Delhi last year was death bowling. The fast bowling didn't quite click. It went wrong with Khalil and Mukesh and Nokia, who was unfit. But all of that seems to be sorted now. Now you've got a Stark. Now you've got a Nattu who was good last year.
Yeah.
So I think whatever bridges that you have to or the holes that you had to plug, I think you did that in the auction. And does it look like a team that is very affected because of the loss of Rishabh Pant? Perhaps not. Because again, I'm not going to get into Rishabh Pant's numbers, but look at I look at it in a way that this is a team, as far as batting is concerned, has the right mix of power and patience. There aren't just players who operate in fifth gear. There are those as well who can slow the tempo down if need be and can just shoot it up as well. Stubbs, I remember, for that matter, had the highest strike rate in the death last year. Between over 16 to 20, he had the highest strike rate last year, or the second highest. He was only bettered by, I think, one of the Hyderabad players.
Oh.
But regardless, I think this is a very well-rounded team, and they should be making the top four.
I'm seated to your left. Delhi has gone left in this IPL
Delhi
auction.
have gone right, Siddharth. They've done the right thing.
No, the pace bowling attack, they have gone left. I mean, if you look at it, Natarajan, Star, even the spinners,
But
Kuldeep,
that's-
Aksar,
So left
That-
is right for them.
left is right for them. But then again, I'm not so sure with Delhi Capitals because they self-destruct. KL Rahul and Jake Fraser McGurk at the top. Okay, KL Rahul, we know that he's ice, but he gets frozen with his batting. He can't seem to up the tempo in T20s. That's why he's fallen out of favor. Okay, plus now yet again the captaincy might go to him. He might be your captain for Delhi Capitals.
I'm taking it that he is the Delhi Capitals captain.
Okay, Jake Fraser McGurk for me is a major concern because now teams, he was an unknown. With the high batting stance that he's got, with the baseball like stance that he's got, I think he will be found out in this auction. So if Rahul can't perform, Jake Fraser McGurk doesn't get in with the returns. Basically, okay, your number 3 might be an Abhishek Porel, right? Your top 3 is very vulnerable. That is the reason.
In fact, vulnerability is the not word I will use because I'm guaranteed. The way I'm looking at KL's recruitment is I'm guaranteed 400, 450 runs, and that is a big assurance to have.
But just runs, not strike rate.
His strike rate, I think, overall is 135,
134. He's only second
Yes.
behind the likes
So,
of Pant and ahead of Iyer.
When I look at it, see, having two explosive batters can go one way, as it was the case with SRH last year, right? Two
Yeah.
explosive batters. But once they get out early, what happens? That we saw not once but twice in the playoffs. So I look at this, which is why I said I look at this as a team which has, the right mix of power and patience.
Okay.
If a KL Rahul is 140, then a Jake Fraser McGurk can bat at 170, 180.
But also the fast bowling, is Arun Jaitley Stadium going to dish out a very true wicket? Because it
No,
was...
it'll be a belter. I think it'll be a
So,
belter.
yeah.
Big scoring run. It will be.
It will be. So that is where, okay, Nattu in that belter, you have to understand, he took 5 wickets for SRH last time against Delhi Capitals. But then Stark with his waywardness, now that waywardness is creeping in far too consistently for me. So that is why I think somewhere the spinners are no issue. That's your biggest strength, Delhi Capitals.
And the pitch doesn't matter.
Pitch for them doesn't matter, but Pacers, that's a caution for me. That's why I haven't kept them in their top 4 and also the top 3. If Jake Fraser McGurk doesn't fire, then your top 3 is very vulnerable.
So, Harshit, DC came very close to making it to my top 4. In fact, they're my 5th ranked team. They just missed out by a whisker. So, they were competing with another team, which I'll tell you, which will be my 4th team. They came very close, which means that they put together a very good squad. What I like about them is the balance. So there's no, like for certain teams, I saw one area where they were outstandingly good, like Pacers. Some are very good with their batting. This is one team which is, very good in all departments. But the thing is that they didn't like be the best in that department across all formats. So like they're not 9 on 10 in one department, but they're 8 on 10 on all. So they've covered everything very well. So very well balanced squad, but they just missed out by a tiny whisker in my top 4. I like the batting that they've got. Minor weaknesses here and there. We don't know Harry Brooks' form, how Stubbs is going to be. McGurk recently hasn't been doing well, but I know last season was outstanding. Porel was an experiment they did. I don't know whether that will continue doing well. He got good firepower, Rizvi, Ashutosh. So not the best batting lineup, but not the worst either. Very good. In fact, in the top few batting lineups. Spinners also got good in Kuldeep and Akshar. They can be expensive on occasion. They've got a belter, then they can be expensive. That's the one area that I see that they can be taken apart. Same for your bowling. I think you've got a good, very good, like better than most sort of a bowling lineup, but not the best again, but better than the most. You've got good backups and you've got a good captain also. Not the captaincy, I'm not like, it's not in the best thing, but at least an experienced captain in that sense, which you will have KL Rahul. So as I said, they didn't ace any department, but they weren't bad in anything either. Better than average, good. I would say very good in all department, not excellent in anything. So they just barely missed out in my top 4. So